May the light and spiritual power of this joyous season inspire and uplift you. Best time of the year. Please rise as you are able for the opening hymn and remain standing for the prayer of invocation and the Lord's Prayer. Our opening hymn this morning is There's a Sweet, Sweet Spirit. Please join me in an attitude of prayer. Father, Mother God, we thank you for the opportunity we have of honoring the birth of Jesus and our own rebirth of consciousness that the season of Christmas brings. We are grateful to enjoy your presence in our lives while in this chapel and elsewhere. We ask that you bring comfort to all those who are in need. We ask that this new year be spiritually fulfilling for all beings, so we may enjoy harmony and peace in our lives, in our communities, in our country, and in the entire world. All these things we ask of you because we know that you are all things. Let us affirm this prayer by praying the prayer that Jesus taught his disciples. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And leave us not into temptation, but deliver us from error. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen. You may be seated. Now is the time that we repeat our declarations of principles as they appear on the screen. We believe in God as infinite intelligence. We believe that the phenomena of nature, both physical and spiritual, expression of infinite intelligence. We affirm that a correct understanding of such expression and accordance therewith constitute true religion. We believe in personal responsibility, that we create our own happiness or unhappiness as we lay in harmony or discord with natural, physical, and spiritual laws. We affirm that the existence and the personal identity of the individual continues after leaving the physical world. We affirm that communication with spirit is a natural experience and demonstrated through mediumship. We affirm that examples of prophecy and healing found in the Bible and other sacred texts are divine attributes found in all people. We believe that the highest morality is contained in the Golden Rule. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. We affirm that the doorway to reformation is always open in a soul here or hereafter. John 8:12. I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me shall not walk in darkness, but he shall find for himself the light of his life. The sermon this morning is Finding Your Purpose. Which is important to all of us. Following your star to find your purpose is what we're going to do. That's what we're going to talk about. Once you find it, you must let it shine, because that is the most important thing that you can do, not only for yourself, but for the universe. Now, the day we celebrate Christmas is over. We have experienced the rebirth in our own consciousness of the Christ love and joy. So let us take those high vibrations and prepare for the new year by finding our purpose and using it to expand our consciousness and the consciousness of others. You would think finding your purpose would be easy, right? We're born with the talents that's going to support our purpose. But what happens to you when you're growing up? What happens to you when you experience life? It can be confusing. We have life experiences. We have an environment that we live in. If you were born in the 50s, you were brought up in a certain environment that's very different from the 80s or the 90s. Our teachers, our parents, our authority figures try to program us. They try to shape us into what they think that we need to be. It's done with love, to be sure, but it isn't always very helpful. So we have all this mind clutter. But these things, these influences, do not make it into your essence. Your essence has stayed pure. And we are essentially our essence. We are reincarnated souls in a body. We're not our mind. We're not our emotions. We are our essence. How, then, do we find our way back to our unique self? How can we find that light within us and allow it to shine and to be whole again? Well, Christmas is over, but we can still use one of the many stories associated with Christmas to help us understand how to do this. And of course, that's the three wise men. And curiously, Reverend Liz, who was here and did a sermon, is doing a sermon up in Raleigh, or up in Roanoke today, and she has the same theme. She's also going to talk about the three wise men. So I don't feel so bad about going backwards a little bit. Although we're not. We're still in that Christmas spirit. But we all know that once upon a time there was a star, a one-of-a-kind star, over Bethlehem. And it shined for everybody to see, bright and unique. Not everybody saw it. Some people didn't notice it. Others saw it and said, oh, it's very pretty, but they didn't understand the meaning. It'll be the same way with your vision and your dream. You will see it clearly. Others will not. I mean, have you ever talked to somebody and they're telling you what their vision is and you're standing there thinking, you are really nuts. I mean, this is crazy. It's because you can't see what they can see. Your vision may hit other people the same way. It's because we're all not meant to see everybody's vision, only our own. We only have to find our own star to follow. And when you find it, your dream will burn inside of you. Others will not understand. Because this star was only shown to you on purpose, for you. And as the wise men knew the Star of Bethlehem was a special star, you will know your purpose is special to you. You cannot be anyone else. The star that's shown in the east for the wise men itself represented intuition. And the wise men were guided by intuition, just as we have to use our intuition to help guide us towards our purpose. These men were probably stargazers of some sort. And there were probably more than 3 of them that came. Usually caravans in those days had a few hundred people in them. But our history only records the 3 that truly understood the meaning of the star. The rest of the people that accompanied them were kind of support staff. Really didn't know what was going on. The wise men represented the stored up resources of the soul, which rise up to the surface when its depths are stirred by great spiritual revelation. We all can have that experience when we have deep revelations. A lot of wisdom is going to rise up. The wise men had the same kind of wisdom that is in us, that we carry in our soul from other lifetimes. We just don't remember it. Maybe doesn't seem important in this life. But when we stir that up, and that all comes up, we find that we gain great wisdom that we did not know we had. I always thought the wise men saw the star, jumped on their camels, and took off. I mean, it's pretty definite, in the Bible. But now that I think about it, their real purpose was finding the baby and awakening his gifts to the world. And that was revealed to them, I think, before they saw the star. Or maybe at the first time that they saw the star, by divine mind. I'm sure when they received this vision, they were filled with joy and excitement. Who wouldn't be? And they were probably happy, very happy, in organizing this great caravan to get over there, and other people were going, what are they doing? Because other people, again, not everybody sees these stars. But most important, a dream was born within them.